Hi, sixth graders. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this. Hello. So, just wanted to go over your expectations and your assignments for the week of April, 13th through the 17th, cruising along here. All right. So, here they are. Remember, we're going to play an activity or two. Then we're going to be mindful. So I've got some mindful activities for you as well. And then be as active as you can. This week's going to be tough for that one. The weather's not going to play nice. So make sure that you are doing whatever you can to move as much as you can. I have options listed on my website if you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. I posted some options for you. If you're like, nah, I don't want to do those options. I want to just do yoga. Maybe you do yoga with your family, or maybe you're doing workouts for your sports. That's totally fine. I just put options up there in case you need some ideas for that activity time. Make sure you're tracking on your wellness log all those activity time that you get, because you get points for that. Let's see. So the wellness log, we're going to see if we can dethrone the winners from this past week. Get at that. Try to see if you can get more points this week. I've added some categories into that wellness log for the week, and hopefully you can earn more points than last week. So we'll find that out. We'll see who wins at the end of the week. Okay. So let's talk about your assignments in general besides the wellness log. We'll come back to that in a second. Your play activity, this is going to be the YouTube video against Missy is going to be Dizzy War. Good luck. It's kind of funny. I laughed a lot during it, so hopefully you do too. What you'll need to do is pull up the YouTube video, press play to give you like instructions, then get your equipment. Either going to pull up a deck of cards on the computer, or if you have a deck of cards, bring that with you. No cheating. And then you're going to play me in 10 rounds of Dizzy War. And what you'll do is you'll actually press play and play at the same time, because you're racing me in the video. Okay, and then on the wellness log, write down how many rounds you beat me out of 10. All right, good luck to you on that. The second play activity is going to be, this is kind of strange. I like it though, it makes me smile. How many days can you walk through every door backwards? So on Monday, when you get to a door, don't walk through it forwards, walk through it backwards. And then on your wellness log, if you do that on Monday and you attempt it, guess what? You get a point. If Tuesday you're like, oh, I forgot, like I didn't do it Tuesday, no problem. You just don't get a point that day. Okay, maybe you remember on Wednesday, like, oh, I'm going to walk through the doors backwards today. Then you get another point for that. Okay, so if you forget to do something, just don't give yourself points on the wellness log. It's okay. All right, and then we'll come back to it, and maybe you can earn points in another way. Make up those points by doing some activity time. All right, so that'll go on your wellness log. Your third play assignment, we've got 3 this week, okay? The third play assignment is you're going to create a net or wall game, and you're going to type it up on our shared Google slide that I'm sending out via Google Classroom. You're only going to write on your slide, it has your name on it. I do have an example on there if you're confused. The first 2 slides also give you instructions as to what a net or a wall game is. Basically what it says is a net or a wall game, it's where teams or individual players score by hitting a ball or an object, okay, you might have to change that, into a court space, determine what space that is, with enough accuracy and power that the opponent can't hit it back before it bounces once or maybe twice, 3 times, okay, whatever you want to do with those rules. So you can create your own game altogether. And a wall game, if you're like, I don't have anyone to play against, then create a wall game, okay? And maybe it's a challenge for them to keep it up as many times as they can, okay? So that's totally acceptable as well. You can modify an already known net or wall game to work within your house or work within your yard, or change equipment if you don't have the equipment, so things like tennis or badminton or volleyball even. And then you can also just, make a completely different one. All right, you can just be creative and do whatever you want and make up your own game. Okay, but you should be kind of writing down the equipment someone might need. You might need to get creative on that equipment if you don't have it. Be creative about the instructions and the rules, how you play. Talk about scoring. Take pictures of your game and post them on the slides so that we can actually see the setup. That's pretty awesome. That's what I did for you as well. And then we'll see what we're going to do with those coming down the road. But we were supposed to, in school, play games like tennis and pickleball and badminton and volleyball, and we didn't get around to that. So I want to come back to it and maybe start to kind of teach you some of the strategies that maybe you can already teach us, and you already are aware of those. So create that game on there, put that up on our shared Google slide, and that way everyone can see everyone's game. Maybe you can get some inspiration from them. That'd be pretty cool. Your mindful activities, those are going to be posted. It's on Google Classroom. There's a task to do every day, Monday through Friday. The tasks will only take like 2 minutes, so don't stress out about it. But I think it's important to be mindful about some of the things that I'm having you do, and it'll make you feel better, and hopefully it'll make other people feel better as well. So those will be really, really super quick. So try to complete each one of those each day. Activity, we talked about that. Go for that. And then your wellness log. So there's another category on there as well as all the other ones. Positive coping skills. You listed them off for me. They all sound pretty awesome. So now we're gonna implement those. There's 4 categories on your wellness log that you can score bonus points for. So if you are doing anything art related to cope this week, okay, so if you're like, oh, I'm really frustrated, I'm gonna go draw for a little while, or paint, or build something, and it's not for a class, it's not for an assignment, you're just choosing to do this to cope for a little while, then you're gonna score bonus points for that, and you're gonna enter that on your wellness log. Okay, the other category is meditation or visualization. So if you're engaging in that as a positive coping skill, dealing with a emotion or a situation and that you need a break from to kind of process it, then bonus points for that. Your third category is cooking or baking. So if you're cooking or baking to deal with those emotions or situations, bonus points. And then the last category for this week for coping skills is writing, not for English class, not for science or history. We're talking like you're choosing to write something on your own to process. Okay, and that could be a journal, it could be a story, it could be a poem. Okay, so those are going to be your bonus coping skill points on your wellness log this week. All right, so if you have any questions, always let me know. Please remember to always use appropriate language, background, and clothing in all of your posts, which you all are, so I love that. Also, feel free to engage in our conversations on the stream. Periodically through the week, I'll post questions. I'm expecting responses. Feel free to communicate with me back about what you've been doing, what you're up to. Hopefully take 30 seconds, but it's nice to kind of engage with you in that way. And feel free to engage with your peers on there too. You know, if they say something and they're asking you a question, feel free to answer. All right. Miss you all. Can't wait for you to play my game. Hopefully it's fun. We'll see. And enjoy the week. See you later.